Epstein. For some reason, Professor Dave thinks it's appropriate to show CSAM in his second takedown video of me. I wouldn't normally want to get back and forth into a reporting war or something, but he is literally outing a victim of international child sex trafficking in a desperate attempt to attack me when he could have easily censored the information, included the link below. So when I saw this, and I'm like, okay, first of all, Destiny, you honestly think that this man, YouTube, was like, oh, you can post the child sex material. That's fine. All right, we're all right with that. YouTube's like, gang. Yeah, well, go. By the way, whole videos about Israel, already a hot topic, definitely not getting monetized, but apparently it is A-OK also to post child in your video. So already I'm like, okay, this is bullshit because I already seen the video and none of that happened. There's no CSAM in there. So I was like, all right, since Epstein couldn't defend the video, his next play is to get his whole audience to brigade and mass flag the video for a bullshit reason. Nice play. So Epstein out here killing the game. All right, thinking that that's the play to get the video knocked down so he doesn't have to watch it. But unfortunately, it didn't. But that's not where it stopped. He has a whole brigade of retards running around acting like Professor Dave really did this, okay? So they started posting these little clips
and dunking
of
on
Destiny reacting to it.
Progressive for
barely reacting to it, by the way.
Said genocide. Well, now that the massive wave of damage control from his camp is over, it's time to drop the Nagasaki. So buckle up.
So Destiny exposes Professor Dave's damage control as he deletes 5,000 comments under his video. Now,
massive wave of damage control. So on his last video, the one he made of me, he posted 934 comments. And then he has deleted, now it could have been him or people deleting their own comments, I guess. Confirmed deleted 5,290.
The reason he deleted it is because he had shown that people were literally saying, make sure you're flagging this, make sure you're brigading this. There was a whole bunch of people in like a Discord, Reddit, all doing it. Constantly, like he saw the messages of saying, send bad, like leave bad comments. Yeah. Once I saw that, I'd be like, yeah, I'm shutting it down too. Like, to be honest, I'd probably just mute it and like make a post being like, look at what they're doing. But I don't understand like why this is like the biggest own. So I wanted to show the actual video, the clip of him going at Destiny, the bad part. Because the first part, all of it, like the first 2 hours of it is all just talking about how he defends Israel and all that. That all half is all politics shit. You know we're not about to go over that. But this part, though, we will go over. Because this is all the sick shit that Epstein really did. And I didn't even know this.
Oh, and politics aside, there's another reason why Destiny hates Hassan specifically. It's because he wants to fuck Hassan and he was rejected. Check
this part, very wacky for a gay man.
Now this clip from a few years ago. It's Destiny and Hassan back when they were more amicable, plus Andy Milonakis for some reason. Watch how Destiny just blatantly gropes Hassan over and over again in a way that would get him immediately canceled if Hassan were a woman.
Same here, Dre.
I see that. I'm so sorry. Okay, go ahead. It's booby time, isn't it? No, it's okay. Okay, just
so fucking weird.
I'm a serious food addict. I know, but like your muscles have to rebuild. After you work out, you need protein. You understand?
Oh, you have a straight alcohol list too, right?
You do.
Yeah, did you want to get rid of this?
Why do you think you could just sign on to our internet? We're using it right now. All right, sit down.
Look at him rub all on his chest and shit. Yo, what is up?
I wash my hands with soap. Does it smell like soap? I don't want to smell it.
Smell my hand. Look at him touching him again.
Your boobs are going to grow if you don't stop. You distribute the chest case? I'm so sorry. If I touch you too much, push my hand away, okay? I don't want to insult you. Okay. I'm going to touch you when I'm crying. I know. Do it. Stop. Have I ever made you uncomfortable?
Yo, if I was Hassan, after the 4th time I told you to stop, I'm punching you in the face. I'm sorry. Because now you're testing me. All right, now you're testing me. I don't know what game you're trying to play here. You keep touching me, rubbing on my chest and shit. You're getting popped in the face. And that's not even no tough guy shit. I'm just being honest that you are just going to keep touching me and I'm just supposed to be A-okay with it. No, I don't want no man touching me, grabbing me. None of that, bro. I told you no one time. No means no, Epstein. No means no. And it is still grape if it's a man, Epstein.
Acts like he's a sociopath, so when he's drunk, all of these emotions that he's hiding inside of him to make it seem like he's this cool, calm, and collected guy who doesn't care to stop.
And by the way, I have to say that this is Epstein's main shooter is one of her main shooters is Food Shops, who has recently, well, the information has recently come to light that she had a morbid curiosity to literally go check out CSAM. Gotta add that.
Rubbing me, dude. Okay, guys. 1%.
Which was very funny. Not the CSAM morbid curiosity. That wasn't funny. But what was funny is the fact that Food Chops, the pedophile, the bro Food Chops, he is constantly bigging up. I know, right? You're shocked. Probably didn't know that. I put you on. Epstein. The bro is always bigging up Epstein, and Epstein in court because his whole paperwork got from his deposition got leaked, or not leaked, but they uploaded, so they were going through it. Literally said that I consider Food Chops an what's it called? What's the word? An accomplice. What the fuck am I? Why am I blanking on the word? What is it? Associate. That's what I wanted to say. Accomplice.
Just I fell on you for a second. I'm so sorry. Stop, dude. You're back rally.
Stop. What up?
We live in an international market. I know. We're going to America. We're going to go over here to China. Okay. Well, China. Is that where we're going to visit Europe? They're going to go. Right. You don't have to like literally stand on top of me, dog. What the fuck? Okay. Stop.
Fuck me, what a lecherous creep, right? He clearly has been reeling from this rejection ever since, given that he made actual death threats against Hassan, just because Hassan pointed out that his son sounds like a neo-Nazi. That really justifies murdering someone, Steven? Really? This is not isolated either. Here's Hassan talking about all the doxing and other weird shit from Destiny.
It's perfectly okay to ban this harassing doxer from your events. I've seen people posting logs of him asking Dan to create a stalking app to harass Hassan during his IRLs. I wanted to include the context of what he was last talking about 2 to 3 hours before asking him to do that. How fucking base would it be if Hassan actually got? It was an honor fed posting. How fucking base would it be if Hassan actually got? Just a heads up, I'm going to be doing some mass harassment campaigns on every single journalist who gives this guy, he's talking about me, free interviews from now on.
Dog, he is insane.
Someone is going to die soon in this space, I'm pretty sure. I don't know who, but there's nowhere to go on. Literally anything. Every single person is a pedophile child molester. Every issue is about infinite genociding Palestinians. Every single person is so fake and virtue signally. There's literally nowhere else to go at this point. I'm not sure who, but I think it will happen soon. Like, the tankies like Hassan can do all the sex pest memes, propaganda memes, live left
and
or
like
all.
a guy with his type of audience talking like this is like wild to me. Like, you have cultivated an audience of pedophiles, psychopaths, like a whole gaggle of them. All right, none of you care about anything over there. And you are talking like this openly to a bunch of people that are easily impressionable, obviously.
Dramatic, and I need to be self-critical of other lives. It's actually so far beyond fucking cucked. It's all over. Waiting for the Civil War reset or something. I mean, this is a guy who writes school shooter manifestos on a daily basis, pretty much, about me and anyone around me. And then there are so many people who are just like oblivious. There's so many people who are oblivious. 7 years of defamation, mass harassment, direct cyber stalking. It's just insane. Most people don't know who he is, but the ones who do know who he is find him to be a despicable little rat. And that makes sense. I mean, here he is in Israel, surrounded by his fans in the Israeli occupying forces.
Really? Yeah. Wait, shit, we should find him. We can try it after. I'm curious. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Have a good one. I'll see you around. You're next. Yeah. Thank you.
So yeah, no, he is actually legally stalking and harassing.
If you want me to believe that he's not getting paid by Israel, because he doesn't believe that any content creator is getting paid by Israel, when they literally said we are going to pay people to give positive press to Israel. Benjamin literally said this himself. So I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. I think he's getting paid.
Me. It has definitely gotten to that point. And not only that, but he's also openly admitted it on numerous occasions. So I think there's sufficient evidence to do so. I mean, if I had literally done a fraction of what Destiny has been saying about me, trying to identify where I'm at in real time, saying someone's got to do it, someone should kill this guy.
Oh, that's true. Hassan would have been smoked. That is a fact. 100% fact, right? He gets a lot of bad press, but he's also a piece of shit too. So I'm not gonna like act like, oh no, Hassan's it's a lot of it's unfair. He doesn't deserve it. No, he deserves everything. He's a piece of shit too. All these people are.
Hassan has said enough that is worthy of killing him, and also openly admitting to harassment of this sort. And on top of that, it's been 7 years, and he's not let up. And his freak ass audience are constantly trying to intercept me in the real world at the direction of Destiny. It is stalking. It is organized harassment. It's organized stalking and organized harassment.
And what he's talking about, I don't agree, by the way. I mean, I agree that he was talking crazy, but I don't agree with what he's referring to is when like a couple nerd kids went to a convention he was at to ask him a question, and he didn't let them in because they were Destiny fans or whatever, so he didn't let them in. That's what he's talking about, and he's calling that harassment. Toughen up. Getting asked if you raped a child is not harassment at all, like not even by the word. So, I mean, by the definition, rather.
This is Hassan's shit to deal with. I'm just showing everyone how completely deranged Destiny is. This toxic behavior is encouraged in his fans as well. When Destiny got banned from Twitch for hateful conduct, including using racial slurs, his fans brigaded as usual and made a big stink over anti-Semitism on the platform because Hassan exists. This resulted in all kinds of controversy for Twitch and sponsors pulling spots. Continuing with what a heinous piece of shit Destiny is, here's some more miscellanea.
I was so, you have no, like, it's actually
This is the one I was telling you y'all about yesterday.
kind of scary, like how close I was to getting people together to go down to his house and kill him and his family. Or it would have just been him and his father. Because I didn't know anything about it. Dude, that was some of the most fucked up shit in my entire life. I was so fucking close to doing it, but I was making so much money on Twitch, and I don't know if Nathan was involved in yet, but for whatever reason, I decided that the current life I had wasn't worth the risk of. Oh my god, I was so close to this fucking address. I had fucking streets mapped out and fucking you have no fucking idea. That's when I first started getting interest in like owning a weapon. I got a permit to own a gun and everything. Holy.
Yes, Destiny is talking about how he almost killed a kid and his father. The context is that some kid was engaging in cyber attacks that harmed his income at the time, and apparently the police wouldn't do anything, so his solution was to murder him and his dad. But don't worry, he didn't do it. Not because murder is bad, but because he didn't want to jeopardize his awesome life making so much money. What a great guy. And now for the meat of it. Remember that lawsuit I told you about last time but didn't go into many details? Destiny said, no way, he's lying. Pangburn said, oh my gosh, Dave could get sued for slandering Destiny. Nope, what I said was true, and here's a quick summary of that and more before diving into all the details. Destiny was caught sending non-consensually recorded pornographic material to a 17-year-old and receiving pornographic material from her as well. This qualifies as CSAM, or child sexual abuse material. He also shared that CSAM with his friends in a private Discord in order to find the minor he was soliciting. He tried repeatedly to fly her out to be with him, despite making no attempt to confirm she wasn't underage. Next, he was sexting the wife of a groiper, which is like those Nick Fuentes types, and it involved age play molestation fantasies focused on her own children. His ex-girlfriend saw the messages between the two, as well as beach photos.
Banger. Counterpoints. That's Connor, by the way, in my whole thing. How can I help you? This stuff's really just messed me up, but I know you were trying to be a good friend through it all. If you want me to corroborate anything, the husband reached out to me as well around December, and I have the message. He details more specifics about the role play or whatever. I'm sure it's the same as what he sent to you, though, so I don't know if that would be help. If that would help. I also saw that photos Britt sent Steven of her kids with the new context. It makes me feel really sick. Either way, I hope you are doing okay and understand how you feel, wanting to be a good friend. Yeah. So Epstein had a girl that he just met that was friends with a groiper or whatever, or that was married to a groiper, and decided to be a great idea to role play being the step parents of each other's kids.
Of the wife's teenage daughters and their feet. I don't shame people for their fetishes or sexual preferences, but I do shame them for violating consent and for stuff with minors. So let's dig through the receipts for all this shit. Okay, first up, Destiny knows that you need consent from people to share pornographic material that features them, right?
I kind of like have like my little archive of like Coomer material that I'll send to people if I want to. There were girls that I talked to past that I'd send stuff of like either me or Melina, and Melina talked to me and she was like, hey, if you're going to send any videos to new girls that we haven't talked about, like, let me know that first. Because she wanted to be careful. I was like, oh, okay, sure, that's fine. I didn't think about it at the time because I didn't think it mattered, but yeah, sure. So I thought about that. So that was like an issue that
this whole thing. Okay, he talked. Hold on.
About, and then we resolved, right?
Oh, good.
Epstein talks like this is like a normal practice. Like, yeah, just to let you know, once we break up, I'll probably send all your nudes like to other people that I want to smash. I am like lost here. What world are we living in and that becomes okay? And in his mind, it's implied consent because you sent him to me, and it's apparently okay for me to send them to other people. Because once you send them to me, it's like, oh, you know who I am. You know I'm the type to send sex material because me and you were sending it of other people. It's literally what landed him in this lawsuit because he fired it off to somebody he shouldn't have. And who he fired it off to was this girl named Rose. Well, I'll wait till that because that whole story is fucking disgusting too.
He does know that, except he has violated this consent with an incredible number of people, including his ex-wife Melina.
Things that's been done to me without consent or anything. that has been my past 5 years. Nothing has happened with consent with anyone, not me and not anyone else. Like there's been no consent.
Okay, so who was well into his 30s Destiny sharing non-consensual pornography with back in April 2022? A trusted long-term partner, perhaps? Nope, meet Rose, a brand new Twitter account looking very suspicious for an 18-year-old selling not safe for work material.
Oh, by the way, just let you know, I forgot to warn you. That was the CSAM you just saw. Oh my God, I forgot to edit it out.
Nope, meet Rose.
This is the CSAM.
Brand new Twitter account looking very suspicious for an 18-year-old selling not safe for work
right
material.
Here.
Even thirsty.
That little picture, that was CSAM. Sorry, guys. I forgot to warn you that I was about to show CSAM to at the YouTubes, but my bad. My bad, y'all. I didn't mean to send. I swear to God, I didn't mean to send it or show it to you. I was a bad person. That was the CSAM he's talking about. By the way, which is like a self-report in itself, because
Meet Rose, a brand new Twitter account looking very suspicious.
Off this picture alone, you wouldn't think anything of it. The only reason Steven knows that CSAM is because that's the CSAM that he held down for years. That's why he knows exactly what image that is, because he got sent that video, and you want to see the messages that he got afterwards?
For an 18-year-old selling not safe for work material. Even
to the CSAM, you're hot as fuck, but 18, what the fuck? Also, 1 day old account? Oh, well, I mean, I'm flattered. If you wanted to, yeah, sure, preferably 1 near an ID, so I know that you're at least 18, but I understand if that's too much info, if you'd be comfortable showing that, yeah, that's fine. Just writing something on a piece of paper is more than enough. So I'm worried that you might not be 18, but if you just write it on a piece of paper, that's good enough for me. An account he just talked to, he's already firing off porn, he's already firing off sex shit, all this to an account he don't even know. And it definitely wasn't who he thinks it is. It was it's also weird.
Thirsty Destiny seems suspicious, but not quite enough. 1 day old account seems legit. No ID, no problem. Just write something on a piece of paper. That's good enough for me. It's not like I'm getting off on you being underage or anything. Destiny often claims she said she was 19. He's lying. So, barely even knowing this obviously underage person, he starts
if you get off 2 to 4 times, how's that work for your stream? Oh, fuck, it's sad, but like sometimes I'll take like a 5-10 minute break to get off really quick if I'm super horny. I'd love if while I watch you stream, you tell me when you are. Yeah, for sure I can, especially if you're sending me stuff. Do you like anal at all? Oh, this is the anal butt plug shit. I really like ass eating, or eating ass though.
Some non-consensually filmed, the rest non-consensually shared, and receiving it too. Anyway, exchanging porn is fun and all, but Destiny wants to bang. Where are you? Fly to me with my frequent flyer miles? I'm gonna be in some other places. Fly there to meet me? How about this place? Let's meet. He's relentless about it, but she just says her parents won't let her or something of the sort. Later, he will give photos of her to the website Kiwi Farms for them to figure out who and where she is, which qualifies as doxing. He wasn't even...
What happened? Oh, you remember when Connor dropped the episode?
Censoring her genitals when he did so, despite having firm reason to believe it was CSAM. He later claimed that he was baiting them into looking, which would be stupid if he knew she was 17, and indeed it was, since he never verified her age because he didn't want to know. Then in November 2024, we meet Solo, Rose's boyfriend. Solo started...
Here comes the psycho, another psychopath, by the way.
By confronting...
Anyway, she was underage while sending you the vast majority of that stuff, and from what I've heard from her, you were pretty negligent about confirming her age, even asking for ID at one point on Twitter and then saying it was okay. That's pretty weird considering that she told me she was of age, was selling NFSW.
She was underage and you knew it. Destiny figured Solo was just trying to scare him, so he ignored it. Then 5 days later, Solo persists and then leaks all the porn Destiny sent to Rose. Destiny doesn't seem to care much. What's the worst thing?
And that's what happened with Pixie, because some of that porn that he sent to a child was Pixie's, and that's why he's in the lawsuit.
It could happen. Enter Pixie, aka Jane Doe from the lawsuit. She found out Destiny shared her pornography without explicit consent and was not pleased. He usually counters this with some song and dance about implied consent since she shared things with him, but it's bullshit. She had consent to share, he didn't. Cherry, Stasia, Abby MC, these are other women who were also exposed in the same revenge porn leak to Rose. Plenty of incriminating testimony here, all saying he did not have permission. Destiny non-consensually recorded some content and shared that and other content non-consensually, and when backlash hit, he and his loser cult fabricated rape allegations against someone else regarding one of his victims to deflect some of the heat from him. Altogether, there are currently 5 women who have credibly accused Destiny of sex crimes. They have proven they are in the videos shared non-consensually or shared logs of him sending them their stuff. He does nothing but dox and harass the shit out of all of them. And most importantly, that he was exchanging pornographic material with a minor was confirmed in court. Sorry, Pangburn, no false allegations in my content. So what about Rose's boyfriend, the leaker? Surely Destiny would help expose a guy who leaked revenge porn of him and all his good friends. Conveniently, Destiny had nothing to give the police, despite having proof he solicited a minor and that her boyfriend was complicit in it and he knew how he was doing it. He already had a year-long head start on putting together a packet for the FBI, but no dice. So essentially, Rose was an Illinois minor being trafficked by Solo, who coerced her into making CSAM for Destiny and then leaked everyone's explicit videos when he refused to speak to him. Now, another problem is that Destiny held on to the CSAM.
Why do you have to answer the question?
Oh yeah, this is my favorite right here.
I did.
Yeah, this is he's trying to explain why it was okay to hold on to CSAM of a child. Now, this is one of Doobie's talking points that he likes to bring up, talking about CSAM and how to handle it, which is very ironic since he also is the man that collects all the CSAM and somehow needs to download it to his own computer, even though you're supposed to send over a link and then supposedly give it to the FBI. And while knowing that it's wrong, continues to collect the CSAM and allow minors in and to get hunted by the pedophiles he also allows in his Discord. Yeah. It's a whole...
You did.
Yes, I did. Yep. Now what?
That's amazing. Did you have audio recorded, or do you have consent to audio record all the gay men that you had sex with?
There was one. Yes, I did. Now what?
Oh, okay. Do you think it's prudent to send all of your homemade pornography to somebody you've known for 2 weeks?
Yes, I do. It was hot. I
Okay.
called.
How long did you hold on to the pornography of a 17-year-old?
As soon as it was obviously no longer required to have done the thing. I'm not going to answer
Great answer. I'm not going to answer why I held on to CSAM for so long.
questions about my current court case, Connor, when every
And I just want to say this. Doobie's, this is how I know all these people are so weird. Doobie's explanation and his like explaining what Destiny and how he should have handled the CSAM situation was give it to the authorities. Destiny's like, well, I didn't want to do that because I might need it for my court case. And then Doobie says, well, all you have to do is go back to the police and they'll give you back the CSAM. So, now, you think in your mind, I hope you didn't just say that for real, that the cops are now going to send back the CSAM, A, and B, then there was just a 180 there, like for real, because now we're just right back. Like I got the CSAM back that you have an issue, right? Now we have an issue. Yeah, he wants the cops to deal the CSAM back to him in case he needs it. He's like, well, they'll write you a ticket out for child porn. Yeah, cops just let they dole it out. What are they, Netflix?
2 days, there's a new motion filed.
Engaging
Connor,
with
do you think that is
suicidal
prudent
woman
for me?
while you're being sued for sexual misconduct?
I'm engaging with a suicidal man right now, so I don't know. You tell me, Connor. So
No, I'm
well,
not.
now the
Solo's identity has been public since January 2026, yet Destiny still hasn't given info to the authorities or filed a civil suit. He faced a sanctions hearing for spoliation on August 19th. He's accused of withholding his DMs with the trafficker from Discovery, only to leak them to his YouTube audience after Discovery closed. Good thing the plaintiff's lawyer was watching the stream for that, huh? So he had to delete some videos or pictures he received from the Rose account, but he's not able to admit he deleted them because it would potentially be responsive to his Discovery on a civil case. He also deleted 5 years worth of explicit videos on Google Drive and all the attachments to all the conversations with Rose, Solo, Abby MC, and so forth. Destiny claims he archived them all just in case, but refuses a neutral third-party inspection to prove Pixie's video wasn't shared non-consensually among those archives. Then there is the Groyper husband threatening Destiny over an online affair with his wife Britt and lewd photos of his daughter. I'll let this other guy explain it. A former Destiny pal named Connor.
Connor!
He started sexting a girl on Discord named Britt. Britt and Devil.
By the way, also got to add this. Connor also has a problem with Destiny about this. And the reason he has a problem with this is not what you think about. Actually, I'll tell you after he explains it.
The man that I was just talking to are military veterans who both have PTSD and military sexual trauma. In November, Devil contacted me.
Do you think he really wanted that out? That he like got like great? Never mind.
And said that his wife was sexting with Destiny and engaged in role play scenarios in which they pretended to be each other's step parents, step family, and they role played molesting their kids. Then
Squeeble.
they also pretended to be the kids themselves.
It's sick ass niggas. Why would you think? Why? How is that sexy to anybody? Oh, let's act like we're the parents of each other's kids. Actually, you know what? Let's pretend we are the kids. Raggy?
So they contacted me in November. Devil said exactly that. Britt said that they only engaged in babysitter role play and it wasn't that serious. So since I had conflicting narratives, I confronted Destiny and I wrote him a letter that I read to you on stream.
For further confirmation of what went down, Britt anonymously
Okay, so now I want to say this. The reason he has an issue with this because person reached out to him, all right, to tell him like, oh, you were sexting Britt, blah, 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 blah. But the reason he has a big issue is because there's a girl named Lauren Southern that counterpoints here. Connor fell madly in love in, actually tanked his own marriage because his wife said he was hitting up Lauren Southern way too much, and then he found out that Lauren Southern was fucking Destiny, and Lauren Southern wanted to be with Destiny, but Destiny's such a goon and freak that he can't be with anybody that like that. So while he was supposed to be with Lauren Southern, he was sexting this person. So when that person hit up Connor and been like, oh, he was sexting me, he's looking at it like, oh my God, you took my girl and you're doing this with somebody else. So then he separated himself. He was very hurt.
called into someone named Mr. Girl, crying over what she let Steven do regarding her daughters.
This year, I was involved in an online affair with a guy for almost a year. My husband.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, HIV. Listen, I have not been like I might become an EHD bull for real because not EHD, just the Epstein part, right? The rest I don't give a fuck about Hassan and Ethan, right? The Destiny part I care about is when they all fight with each other. That's what I enjoy, right? Because actually, right now, the pedophile food shops is fighting with Wick, I think. Wick, who's a Destiny bull. So now Destiny, both sides are fighting, and I can't wait to see what that's about.
Trauma-induced kink stuff.
No, the E, Epstein, you freak.
Stuff that I was curious about, and so I was compelled
Yep, Lauren
to
Southern.
impulsively and regretfully engage with this guy online in some pretty intense and taboo age play scenarios, including fantasizing about being step-parents to each other's kids. And obviously it went way too far, but felt really intensely good in the moment. But afterward, I felt sick and cried all night because it obviously felt really bad too. How do you know if the other person also feels the same way or if they would actually do it? My understanding is the best predictors are drug use and low empathy. And even worse, what if you felt like you love them so much that you wouldn't care if they did and you get off on what you would potentially be willing to allow them to get away with? What if the idea is kind of enticing to you in a way, even if you deny it or try to lie to yourself about it? Even if you never act out on something like that yourself, lucky for me, it's over now. If you're saying that you doubt your willingness to hold boundaries in real life, then that is danger. Yes.
But Destiny didn't like this bizarre activity leaking,
True.
so he framed his friend Connor as the villain for reporting potential child abuse.
Oh my God, and this was such a sick ass. So then he starts saying that he raped his kid, right? Out of nowhere. And the reason, and then he said he sent him child porn because he sent him his newborn baby a picture because they were friends. This is how sick Destiny got.
To the authorities. And in retaliation, Destiny posted a cropped photo of Connor's child, accusing Connor of sending him CSAM. Every accusation is a confession. Just like Israel, huh? To get a sense of how Destiny reacts to shit like this in general, here he is publicly advocating for doxing people when his behavior is exposed.
I don't, and also, see, they're all weird. And like J-Stock's another one that only was a big fan of Destiny, but only became not a fan of Destiny because Kelly Jean, this other girl orbiter that around Destiny, and then Cherry, another girl orbiter that Destiny was actually fucking. J-Stock fell in love with Cherry, and that's when he was like, I don't like Destiny anymore. Can't really watch him anymore. Don't really like him.
I expect the behavior from Kiwi Farms. It is what it is. Like I said, communities like that will always exist, but it's really gross when
And they hold. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm about to fucking lose my mind too, right? And they all bring up this point. Hold on. I gotta show you this, okay? Because I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a fuck about this at all. I don't give a fuck about this girl. So they bring up this girl, right? That Destiny,
How much money?
that thinks that she was ruined because Destiny stopped talking to her because she turned into a psychopath, okay? This is a one-time outside with Epstein because I wouldn't deal with this shit either. Because this girl, Anavar at the top, she was dealing with Destiny, and then Destiny didn't want to fuck with her anymore. But she fell in love with, liked him a lot, and he was just like messing with her, doing what niggas do, like, oh yeah, I love you, blah, blah, blah. But when she started really falling for her, he decided to back off. And this girl thinks that him ignoring her after that's what she wanted was abuse, ignoring her. So she sends up 3 hours crying about
Are you acting like you don't?
Publicly with God.
and she's like, you use pet names with me and stop talking to me, and you're only doing that because you wanted to abuse me, and that's control. There's no winning with this girl at all. You can't win. Listen to this.
God is
Just
my
for-
witness, okay, and all the world.
You're an
around us,
atheist.
all-
You're an atheist.
the whole Twitch community, okay? We should not be friends, okay? We should not talk privately. We should not talk publicly, and we can both move on from this, okay? Is that an okay thing?
I mean, sure, but it's like, I thought you wanted to be friends. I asked you if you didn't want to be friends.
See? She won't accept it. And for hours, she won't accept. I'll leave you alone. I'm bad. I'm the worst person. I'll leave you alone. She's like, you're just saying that because you're mad at me.
You know, when you said, yeah, I know I could say that.
Anna,
I thought
but
that's...
now, Anna, Frogan has made me see the light, okay? It can't happen, okay? We must move on. We have to move on from this. We both need to grow as beautiful human beings in our separate worlds that do not
Why
interact
are
with one
you
another.
treating this like it's funny when I'm distressed?
I don't give a fuck about this girl. So all you little losers say, oh my God, he treated Anavar. And nobody's dealing with this. I would have banged the phone in a second. I'm telling you, okay, well, I'll leave you alone. I'm sorry I'm rude. Well, you're only doing that because you're mad at me. Huh? I'm doing it because that's what you said. Well, you called me princess. You called me pet names. You called me princess. Yeah, nah, I ain't dealing with that bitch ass shit. Hell no. So that's the one time I will side with them and be like, yeah, I wouldn't have dealt with her either, to be honest. She's too much. That girl can't be saved.
People like Gisticle, whose information I hope I can find soon, are like trying to amplify or put a magnifying glass on it for over there and then have it spread it to the other world. That's just wild to me, but you know.
Here's Destiny publicly celebrating the death of someone's father.
Word, bro. You can't win. You can't win at all. You can't win with that. And they'll be like, oh, you sexually manipulated her because she sent you nudes because you guys were both exchanging them and then you stopped talking to her. And then they use this one thing, and I love this. So she was getting, like, people were bombing on her. Obviously, it's a big audience. They split up, blah, 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 whatever. So he then uses, he's talking to her behind the scenes because she was having a tough time. And he was like, well, maybe I could try to get, like the public to turn their image on you, right? Like, and be positive instead of the negative. If we like protect, like, you know, act like we're cordial, I'll say that, blah, blah, blah. She's acknowledged that he actually, you know, said that we were cool, everything's fine. They try to curve it. But because his gooner turned into, and you could send me feet pics, haha, you know how men do. Those take a little, like, oh, I'll do this, and then in a little, like, sexual joke to flirt, like friendly flirting or whatever, right? That apparently is sextortion. Sextortion. Saying, well, you only did that. She has to send you nudes to fix her image. First of all, how the fuck can he promise to fix someone's image online? How is he going to transform millions of people's minds into one? How's that going to happen? One. And two, do you not see, like, what happened here? It's just mad if y'all niggas are just incel-ish losers and don't understand what was going on. But that's the only one time I'll defend Epstein is with that situation. But every other one, he needs to be terminated.
While dropping his real name just because he dared to expose Destiny. Plenty of other admissions of him intentionally doxing and harassing absolutely anyone who mentions his court case or any of his shady behavior, bragging about how easily he can get away with it, even though it's really shitty. If she was legit a minor, I'm probably done. Indeed you are, Steven. And still, Destiny's loser cult never ceases to show up for him. The haters are so mad that we know about all of this shit and still defend him. Grotesque. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, there was the time that he tried to get someone deported by ICE. Apparently it's possible that
Based.
Pixie's wife was a green card marriage. Here he is talking about it in his chat room and also outing her by full name on Twitter, which I blacked out. He's doing this because she screamed at him in a condo lobby one time for obvious reasons, and he decided that he should dox her and then quote tweet some other guy sharing instructions on how to get her deported by ICE. Classy move. Oh, and here's a fun bonus tidbit about this Myron.
Okay, and this is where Professor Dave's going to move into a situation where I don't rock with, because now he's going to get a little moral faggy, but go ahead.
Gaines guy he's quote tweeting.
Myron Gaines is a freak, an anti-Semitic freak.
Who the fuck cares about the anti-Semitism? Like, Aaron's positions on anti-Semitism are...
You do, dude. Fucking Dan, that's Dan's whole MO. His whole project is to fire Dan Clancy.
Pisco looks like a whole penis. Like he just looks like a penis.
And the whole
The head of a penis.
Hassan is going to genocide the Jews. You do.
Did you get that? Real anti-Semitism doesn't matter to Destiny, especially when it comes to having sex. He'll bring barely legal neo-Nazis around with him on tour for sex. That's how...
What? Who are you?
how much he actually cares.
And for my next act, I'll make EBT disappear.
It's about anti-Semitism, because nothing actually matters to a sociopath like him except his fetishes and petty grievances. That's why he attacks people like me or Hassan for imaginary
he looked like a little peen. He looked like a little micro.
Semitism instead. Real classy. And how does Destiny feel about all this disgusting sociopathic behavior? If you ask him, he claims he's unimpeachable.
I feel like I'm largely immune from any big cancellations. Unless like fucking battle.net logs get leaked to me from like 20 years ago or something. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm not typically worried about that. I just don't do much to get canceled other than have like edgy opinions sometimes. But the way that I live like my private life and my professional life are all pretty above board. Like I'm a pretty good person. I pay my taxes.
I pay my taxes.
Don't do any of that shit.
That's
I
good.
take care of all my paperwork. I do. Yeah, like I think for the most part, I'm pretty unimpeachable as a person.
And with his political canvassing operation digital ground game running damage control for him, messaging people in
That's where Wick and that dumb bitch Owlish
whitewashing all the shit he's done.
Sure can't have photo shops. Can't have food shops knocking on doors when you're unless you're gonna let them know that you're on the registry.
Who could blame him? He feels invincible. Hassan sure noticed. And that's probably the end of this saga for me. I have absolutely no intention of being dragged into the cesspool that is never-ending reactionary YouTube political slop and tribal mudslinging, as this would be a fruitless distraction from my science communication. And honestly, combing through all this stupid drama, he said this, she said that, I sent this, they posted that, it nearly made my fucking head explode. Who lives like this every day? I've never felt so old as I did putting together this last section, and I hope to never have to do anything like that again. Reading esoteric primary literature on astrophysics is way more forgiving. The point is that Destiny made a clickbait video pretending to expose me as a Jew-hating Nazi, so I clapped back to expose his slander and make the case for Israel's genocide. He made a limp dick response, sent the troll army after me, and Pangburn went off the fucking deep end, filleting AI for 50 hours to do damage control for his prized pig, desperately trying to smear me, even though he has nothing but fake accusations of
He did whoever this dude is, did a almost 6 hour stream where every point that Professor Dave put, he typed into this bullshit AI thing, every single point. And if it didn't show up, he would sit there and wait. There is so much dead air in these streams. It's unbelievable.
Anti-Semitism, while Destiny is a sexual predator and genocide apologist, who Pangburn will now be judged very harshly for platforming, with all the facts out in the open. So I gave you this one to mock both of them for all this activity, and I'm out. I have way more important things to do. But once again, for the record, I did not start this shit. I rarely do. Even when I do start things, I'm always super charitable at first. James Tour, Sabina Hassenfelder, my first videos poking those figures were incredibly forgiving. It's when they react like toddlers that I go full Hulk. This wasn't even that. Destiny was not on my radar. I've vaguely known about his Zionism for a while. I didn't say anything. Then I noticed he did a reaction video to my Danny Jones appearance.
There's a whole genocide happening over here that no one is talking about, and you'll never know about it because it's not on the
There's the reason why Dave hates me is because he's obsessed with the Israel-Gaza thing, which is funny because he commits all the same errors when it comes to Israel-Palestine as he sees other people doing with the vaccine shit, but that's okay.
Still, I let this one bullshit comment slide since he was joining me in mocking Danny's supplement shilling and incompetence. And at that time, I still thought he deserved points for his anti-MAGA efforts. But then he throws this shit out there calling...
Okay, we don't need to see the rest. That's just closing. But yes, Epstein, shout out Dave. He has a part 1 to this, obviously. I think it might still be up. I'm not sure, but Professor Dave killed the game.